we'll get all that pregame in there, and this is 7 versus 7. TC Bearpit, and pretty big map if you decide to go outside these canyon walls. It's huge if you go outside the canyon walls, but not terribly bad size-wise. It's very interesting. We've played tested it, and we'll see what happens here. And both teams have access to rather high-end assets, rather unrestricted, a high BV limit. Most of the assets in this pool are 3 and 4, and most of them are mediums and above. There's some light assets in there, but this is definitely gonna allow teams to really open up with the firepower, I believe. Anyway, we can see that Aerodani Light Horse, or ELH for short, and along with RDL Mox are set up kind of over here a little bit on the edge of the map. I believe that they have some long-range assets in there, so they might be setting up and waiting for them. Long range there with the Warhammers, and definitely long range with the Uziel. That'll hit out from 1.2 kilometers, which is very, very deep for a mech. We can see the other team, which has a lot more close-range firepower. For example, burners in this LBX-20 Scat, along with Red behind him in a UAC-20 Scat. Those things are nasty up close, but that's exactly the downfall, is that they have to get up close, so they need to find the enemy and be able to close in to utilize some firepower. His list also has some long-range assets to back them up. So this is going to be interesting, and it probably is really going to depend on the terrain and timing, frankly. We can see that Burner and Red are going to get hit now from the long-range ERPPCs, I believe. And they're going to get the heck out of there. Because none of their weapons can quite hit. Their lasers can hit from 450, which is respectable. But Burner's going to have to set up here, and let's zoom out and see where the rest of his team is. Interesting. So Burner and Red are gonna have to regroup here, probably with their main body, and okay, so we can see he has the Warhammers set up on a hill, along with the Thanatos. And so the Scats are probably going to have to close in and get back from in there. We can see that he has also set up his assets in a firing line for long range support. And ooh, Fafnir. And you can see that the Scats are trying to lure the other team into the trap, and then the Scats can turn around when things get close. They've probably taken some pretty good hits, but Scats are rather robust. These are two veteran pilots. They'll be able to spread the damage around, and you can see that Burner's trying to keep track of the movement. It looks like that the Fafnir's Bob's licking his chops to set up and get some of these, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, yes, improved heavy Gauss, so, well, maybe not. If it is, well, yeah, it's a Fafnir B, so that thing will hit from 900 meters, if I'm not mistaken. You can tell I don't get in Fafnirs very often. They're wonderful machines, but I just don't quite afford them often. Ooh, and we have close range. Bob, oh, just nasty. That's definitely improved heavy Gauss. We can see Sudabor is moved up, and you can see Burner and Bob are now, the rest of the team is now just trying to take him out. That is a long-range Scat. The light Gausses are respectable at any range, but certainly not something that you want to be this close with, so he's going to rely upon his team to provide long-range fire support while they create some distance. And they're going to do as much damage as they can to the Uzeal while it gets up there. And we can see that Burner's team is rushing in to utilize their short-range assets, and we can see Vivisector in their Fafnir for the ELH team is getting set up for support. So it's all about positioning now. Burner's team, we want to get close, but you can see that ELH's team, we want to keep distance. And we can see the Chevy is going to provide some, maybe a little bit of fire support here while they position, and you can see just the long range. The Fafnir, Bob has gotten a couple of hits off with those improved heavy Gauss, which is nice because the damage does not drop off at distance, and so those are nasty hits whenever they get on there. Obviously, ELH is going to try and focus on Bob's Fafnir when they can, and we can see that ELH is still set up for crossfire at the moment, trying to cover each other. It also looks like they're trying to reposition a little bit here. You can see that Vivisector is moving up to kind of do the same thing Bob's been doing. And teams are just kind of jockeying for position right now. You can see how spread out they are. Burner's trying to move the bulk of his group up. And ELH is trying to move up their slower long-range assets while the Wings try and provide fire support. We can see that Kill Them All just got some pretty good hits on Bob. You can see that Bob has traded some hits with them, and the Fafnirs are kind of a bit close to each other. Vivisector taking some damage here. Sudabor, who's probably very heavily damaged, is set up in the back part of the pack to utilize his range advantage. Again, this is the third map, so if the ELH team wins, the planet will be successfully defended. If the attackers win, we will go to a fourth map. And Chezer, ooh, just a nasty hit there. By those heavy Gausses. Vivisector really got some damage on him. And it looks like yes, Chezer is down, and it also looks like Kuronira is down as well. And so, will that be enough to turn the tide? Let's find out. You know that both teams have been giving out a lot of damage, and Burner and Red are doing everything they can now. They've moved into close range and are going to utilize those LBX-20 and UAC-20s. They're trying to aim for the arms of those. Once you take off the arms that have those guns on them, those scats are not quite as dangerous, but right now, okay, you can see that they've taken out the scats, and that also means Burner, the drop commander, is they're going to have to fall back on Bob to lead them, and it looks like ELH is really hammering away on that Fafnir right now. Fafnir is a walking apartment complex. With that many guns, it's not going to stand up forever. You can see Bob's down, and that's probably enough, yep, to turn this around. This check to see, but that... You can see Firehound is still around in a Stanny. He might be able to take down maybe one or two assets, but more than likely this is going to be a map for the defenders, and this will probably close out the campaign. We can see Firehound and GN King are the two left, and you can see that Firehound is trying to spread his damage as much as he can. GN King providing fire support. Looks like that there's two assets in range of attacking Firehound and GN King. He's keeping him moving, that 360 torso, allowing him to move at full speed while protecting the back. And okay, they've gotten GN King, which is going to mean it's just a matter of time. Firehound's down, and that is the campaign. The planet Elgin stays with the TerraCap Confederation and possibly keeps them alive for another turn or possibly two. So For the Cast March, this is Duelist. We will see you next time.